Now, from WYDC TV, this is Big Fox News at 10.
Good evening, I'm Anna Manuel. Revitalization is coming to Hornell as new projects are officially underway. Big Fox's Josh Feldberg shows us what's in store for the Maple City.
It's been roughly 50 years since Route 36 split the city of Hornell in half, displacing the Maple City's last community green space, Union Park. However, change is on the horizon in Hornell as a new park is breaking ground.
So Union Square Park will be our first project under the Downtown Revitalization Initiative. Very excited for this new park to come to fruition, something we've been talking about and planning for a long time.
The park will feature a fountain, an amphitheater, and walkways with decorative lighting. The city also bought a new Christmas tree and decorations to give the park life during all 4 seasons. The wait for Union Square Park won't be long as construction crews are already on site.
The CP Ward, the construction company, is staging equipment on site now. We're expecting them to start in earnest in the days to come. And the completion date is really just around the corner. It's later this summer. They plan on being complete by September.
Not only is Union Square Park expected in the coming months, but other improvements are already in motion as part of the Downtown Revitalization Initiative.
So this park is really the tip of the iceberg as it relates to DRI. We've got streetscape enhancements coming to downtown, on Broadway and on Main Street, alleyway improvements, public art, wayfinding, and we even have a project at our art center that we're excited about. And all of these are going to launch later this year and into next year.
Union Square Park will also feature a memorial to fallen Hornell Police Sergeant Daniel Swift, who lost his life in 1973 while on duty. The city is planning on hosting a memorial service to Sergeant Swift in October on the 50th anniversary of his passing. Josh Feldberg, Big Fox News, Hornell.
A building in Horseheads is expected to be demolished following a fire Monday morning. The building just off of Hanover Square caught fire around 5:45 a.m. Monday. Assessors have since deemed the building unsafe following the fire and have posted notices around the burned structure. The cause of that fire is unknown at this time. The DMV has a reminder for motorcyclists. Motorcycles in New York must be registered every year. If you have a motorcycle, its registration will expire on April 30th. You can easily renew your registration online with your plate number, registration class, last name, and way to pay the registration fee. Visit the website on your screen today to re-register your motorcycle for the upcoming warm seasons. The Chemung County Compost Plant has opened this Earth Month. Big Fox's Maggie Hall took a tour of it today.
We talked last week about clearing and preparing your yard for the spring and summer seasons. The question is, where do you bring all of that debris once you've cleared your yard? Well, look no further. Any resident of Chemung County can bring debris here to be composted.
Well, this is a yard waste facility. We're allowed to be brought in grass, we allow branches, leaves, anything that we can grind. Logs can come in, at least if they're small. We don't want stumps, we don't want construction debris, we don't want bricks. It's opening day for us. We've been closed since November. We're very pleased to open. We had a big line this morning. And
all of the materials that are ground up by the facility are given back to the community in the form of free mulch.
So we like to say that all we're doing is taking what you give us and hopefully giving it back to you in a different form. And all the material you see behind us used to just pile up in yards or be dumped over banks.
For hours and a more extensive list of what the facility accepts, visit ChemungCountyNewYork.gov and look under facilities. Maggie Hall, Big Fox News, Chemung County.
Another shooting of a person who showed up at the wrong address. The latest happened in New York, and the person died. It happened Saturday in the town of Hebron, that's northeast of Albany and on the New York-Vermont border. The victim, 20-year-old Kaylin Gillis, was with friends and pulled into a driveway before realizing they were at the wrong house.
This is a very sad case of some young adults that were looking for a friend's house and ended up at this man's house. A subject came out on his porch for whatever reason and fired 2 shots one of which struck the vehicle that Kaylin was in.
The suspect in the case is the homeowner, 65-year-old Kevin Monahan. He is charged with second-degree murder. It comes days after a similar shooting in Missouri. In that case, a white homeowner shot a black teen who was picking up his siblings but went to the wrong address. The ATF director was in the hot seat on Capitol Hill today as communities reel from another violent weekend of shootings. Madeline Rivera has more.
3 weeks after the Nashville mass shooting, protesters once again hit the steps of the state capitol, this time carrying caskets. They hope the image sticks with lawmakers whom they're urging to pass gun reform.
Third graders saw the dead bodies of their friends.
In Alabama, a community is also grappling with grief after 4 people were killed at a Sweet 16 birthday party over the weekend. That tragedy among the more than 160 mass shootings this year. New research shows the number of gun deaths among children and teens in the U.S. rose 50% in 2 years.
This is not the time to sit and be complacent because 120 people at least die every day from gun violence.
Still, passing more gun measures in a divided Congress is a tall task.
How is this not a blatant attack on Americans' Second Amendment rights?
Despite more Americans voicing concern over the political gun debate.
Certainly, we all know the number of mass shootings in this country continue to rise.
ATF has not significantly grown as firearms violence and violent crime in our country has grown.
With action from Congress unclear, at least one company is taking action that could help curb the gun crisis. BioFire Technologies has developed a smart gun that uses fingerprint and facial recognition to prevent unauthorized people from firing it. But the push for a bipartisan solution remains. According to a new survey, gun-related incidents are becoming more common. 1 in 5 U.S. adults have been personally threatened by a gun. In Washington, Madeline Rivera, Fox News.
The Supreme Court hearing a case from a former United States postal worker who is suing his former employer for religious discrimination. Gerald Groff, who worked as a postal employee in Pennsylvania's Amish country, resigned from the job in 2019 after he says he was forced by the post office to work Sundays. Groff, a former missionary, had refused to deliver on Sundays due to his religious beliefs. He was eventually disciplined for missing so much time. Groff left the position saying he knew he was to eventually be fired. Walmart says it is rolling out its first heavy-duty truck powered by a natural gas engine, the first of its kind in North America. The truck's inaugural trip is from Indiana to California. Its engine was supplied by Cummins and will be fueled by Chevron. Walmart, Cummins, and Chevron revealed plans for the natural gas fleet last year. We take a look at our forecast next, plus this.
Skilled hands are helping immigrants and refugees coming to the United States feel welcome. I'm Jackie Ibanez, and I've got the details straight ahead.
Here's your local stock market update from Big Fox. Now, your Twin Tiers forecast from Big Fox.
Well, the roller coaster pattern continues to push on. We've been on the downward trend from nearly seeing summer-like conditions last week into the weekend to now hanging underneath these overcast skies with even some sporadic showers and temperatures holding into the 40s. Now, as we roll into our Wednesday forecast, we are seeing a quick turnaround. So today was the bottom of the roller coaster. Now we're back on a climb to get to maybe potentially another drop. But we'll at least enjoy the climb where we still start out the morning with some of those cooler conditions and approaching that near freezing mark. Note that with some isolated areas still of some precipitation possible. Some of it may be wintry, definitely depending on elevation. But note that with the spring-like temperatures we have been and near summer-like temperatures we've been experiencing, Surface conditions should restrict any concerns there for the morning commute. And then the afternoon will bring us to some near seasonal temperatures. So with a gorgeous Wednesday setting up as we work out of some of that moisture, note that it is short-lived when it comes to precipitation chance. But what's bringing that precipitation chance is going to be a warm front as we head into Thursday morning. So ahead of that warm front, we'll get some rain chances, but then as that warm front continues to lift north into our Thursday, the roller coaster continues with allowing for those temperatures to climb, but within the weekend, we will see that drop off again and bring in more chances to talk about some precipitation for the area. So first rolling though into our forecast here, as mentioned, there's still some of that activity that could allow for a few of those rain to snow showers possible, definitely depending on surface temperature and air temperature there. We'll start off Wednesday with some cloud cover, but afternoon should show some of that sunshine. As we roll into Wednesday, just ahead of that warm front there, here's some of that moisture sliding ahead of it. So your warm front's pretty much stationed across portions of Pennsylvania, allowing for that light rain to be in place from about the midnight time frame Wednesday night into Thursday early morning. So looking at that accumulation, it's only going to be about a few hundredths of an inch. So again, not expecting too many disruptions there for either the Wednesday or the Thursday morning commute for both of these systems. Might want to have maybe an umbrella or maybe a waterproof jacket on hand, but you'll definitely be able to shed the jacket by the afternoon hours. Now, we're still looking at some seasonable temperatures, not the warmth just yet, again, as expected for Wednesday, where we're looking at least hitting those 50s, which is a few degrees below the average of 60 degrees, but we'll take what we can get after the gloomier day that we had for our Tuesday. We'll head into Thursday with that warm front continuing to lift north, and you can see that big surge of warmth ahead of it. Now, you're seeing those rain icons, again, due to morning showers. Afternoon will bring in the sunshine and those high temperatures climbing into those mid-70s and could even hit those 80s. Now, we don't stop the warming there. We still have another dry day and that warmth in place for Friday. So gorgeous, gorgeous day on Friday. If you want to get out and do some springtime activities, you're going to have lots of time to do that. However, that will be halted as we roll into the weekend. Still hanging on to mild temperatures, but it is going to be a bit more on the wet side. As following that system, though, we will start off next work week with a drying potential, but we'll keep those temperatures below average.